Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back. I am back from the Nether, and let me show you what I've been up to in the area since that horrible trip. So I've been standing here for a while watching the chickens, and it's just stopped raining. And I wanted to test out to see if the little fix that I made for the adult chickens to cross over to the adult pen is working properly, and yes, there we go. Aha. So what I did for that fix is just move the pressure plate one to the side and one down, so the wooden plank that you see two below the piston is where the pressure plate is at. Since the problem was that the eggs were being pushed away from the pressure plate, I made it so that the pressure plate would be where the eggs ended up at. And now I think it's working fine. And this little ladder here serves two purposes. One, it serves as a service hatch, so I can fix anything if something goes wrong with the redstone. And two, it just allows me to collect the egg that is here, since I'm right at where the egg is hanging out at, and it'll close the piston door. Now, I've heard from a couple people, and I checked out the Better Than Wolves forums myself, and so with the new 3.96 patch, chickens are now have now been made into hardcore chickens, which means that one, when I shoot eggs, if they don't hatch into chickens, I think either I have a chance of getting something called raw eggs, or I always get raw eggs. I'm not sure. That's one change. And two, chickens won't naturally just lay eggs. They need to be fed seeds, either wheat seeds or hemp seeds. In addition to that, I think in 3.95, sheep have been turned into hardcore sheep, which makes them now mutant sheep. Bah, I think Flower Child programmed it so that they innately have a chance to mutate, and you can quote-unquote mutate, or use that mutation sequence to get all colors of the rainbow just by starting off with 2 white sheep. That's my understanding of the situation. I'm not sure if that's quite what it is, but that's how it works. It won't apply to sheep that have already been colored, but any new white sheep that you take, or any colored sheep for that matter, in the world post installing 3.95 will have that mutation programmed into their genes. I thought about updating to 3.95 or 6, but since this project is mostly about building, which I really haven't done yet, but we'll get to eventually, since what I'm interested is mostly building blocks, I think I'll just stay with 3.93 for now and live with my normal chickens and normal sheep. And as you can see, I succeeded in gathering some netherwort. After I finished the episode last time, I continued on with my trek, and I think I got to maybe around X minus 800, 900, and there was another nether fortress, and this time luckily there were nether warts. I keep on wanting to say netherrack. But I eventually want to turn this farm into a somehow semi-automated farm, kind of like the pumpkin pop-up system I have over there. So underneath I'll add some pistons probably, and work it that way. I've been harvesting them for a while, so as you can see I do have a sizable stack. And let's see if I can find my nether chest. I moved things around a bit and I'm still unsure where things are, but in my nether chest you will see... Where is my nether chest? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I made some bloodwood saplings. Hooray! And let me show you a demonstration of what you can get from bloodwood saplings. So, I forgot if I've mentioned it before, but in order to grow bloodwood saplings above ground in the overworld, you need to feed them with a soul urn. just like you would grow regular trees with bone meal. So, geek. And in the nether, bloodwood trees, even after they've initially grown, continue to grow. So if you don't put a encasing around it, it will just keep on branching out. But I think in the overworld it doesn't do that. It just grows once and that's it. Now, every time you break it, you hear the souls screaming in agony. That's always enjoyable. But let me just get all the wood here. As you can see, I got 8 wooden blocks. I think that's about average. You roughly get around 6 to 8 or 9. And when you break these, ta-da! You get soul dust, just like, as I mentioned in a previous episode. And as you know, soul dust functions similarly to ground netherrack in that you can extract souls from them when you run them over a hopper with soul sand in it. So let's go upstairs, try it out. And now you can see I got 16 soul dust out of those 8 planks, or 8 wood blocks. So I've actually profited. If I do this right, I will end up with 1 more soul urn than I actually started out with. Ooh, but I just chucked them in a bit too quickly. I don't think... Yeah, I didn't count the time, take into account the time that it would take for the urn here to be replaced. So I ended up with the same number of soul urns, but hypothetically or theoretically, you would end up with more than you started out with, or at least break even. A couple other things that I've been working on while I was not recording is a smooth stone generator and a cobblestone generator. Now, they work on similar principles but are slightly different. They both rely on water and lava meeting up together, but the smooth stone generator, the smooth stone is generated when lava meets flowing water, whereas cobblestone is generated when water meets pre-existing lava. And this design for the smooth stone generator is Ronnie's. He made me a short tutorial on how to easily gather smoothstone when I complained in one of my episodes on how smoothstone was quote-unquote an expensive block because you either have to have a silk touch pickaxe, which requires enchanting and leveling and whatnot, or 2, you need to fire up cobblestone in a furnace or something, so it requires some type of fuel to be invested in order to create. Now, thanks to this system, I have an unlimited source of... I'll just finish what I was saying first. I have an unlimited source of smoothstone, and this is a glitch that I wanted to tell you about. As you can see, lava... Well, the system relies on lava flowing slower than water. So after the block dispenser has inhaled the smooth stone in front of it, water theoretically should be flowing down first before the lava hits it. But once in a while, there is a glitch, and I don't know exactly what it is. Godo says it's an SMP thing that's been introduced to single player since the 1.32 update, but once in a while it'll do that. And so I just sent another pulse here for it to, for the block dispenser to spit out one of the stones that it had in its inventory. And if we're lucky, it'll go back to its normal pace. If not, I'll just have to press that a couple times and it'll come back. So that's the smooth stone generator. Over here, I have a cobblestone generator, which is turned off at the moment. Let me flip it back on. But it's a design taken from a German Minecrafter. I do not speak nor read German, but YouTube, when I searched for cobblestone generator, gave me that video. And I was able to replicate the design based on just the visuals of what that particular YouTuber had in his video. So this is based on a clock. I don't know what to call this, what the technical term for it is, but basically it's a redstone clock, and each redstone torch sends a redstone signal to the next repeater, and it goes around and around, and you can adjust the speed at which the power flows by changing up the settings here in the redstone repeaters. Now, the output goes into this block dispenser, in which I have a half slab and a full slab. I just did that because I wasn't sure on how. Actually, now that I think of it, I don't really need this. I could have probably increased the time on the repeaters. But theoretically, what this is doing is it's allowing the lava and water to meet so that the cobblestone is generated before the block dispenser here inhales it. As you can see, 54, yes, I am creating cobblestone. With these two setups, I really don't have to worry about strip mining or going out to collect any type of stone anymore, so I'm really happy about this. Thank you, Ronnie, and German dude whose name I do not know. Now, I haven't done much in this episode except catch you guys up on what I've been up to while you were watching the last two episodes. Oh gosh, so I recorded over 30 minutes, I think it was maybe 38 minutes or so, with the intention of uploading it just in full, and I did begin to upload it in full, but YouTube didn't like that the file was over 2 gigabytes large, so it didn't process it properly. I think I struggled with it for over 10 or 15, I don't know how many hours, but it was a really long time. It would upload and then it wouldn't process, and excuse me, whatnot. And so I ended up cutting it, and it ended up being 2 episodes, and just that entire process really tired me out. And in addition to that, the semester has begun, and Guild Wars 2 has come out, so I have kind of lost sleep yesterday playing the pre-launch. So yeah, I'm sorry that I am kind of out of it right now, but I think today's episode, I'll just end it at this with updates on what's been going on and just showing you where I am. And now finally, to update our little billboard here, we have the cacti, and I think with that I have all 16 colors, so we can strike that out. Huzzah! And we found our nether fortress, got some blaze rods, nether wart, so that's good too. Hooray! And now we need our automated tree farm and automate nether wart farm left to do. And after those two semi, big projects, they're not really big, I just need to do a little tweaking here and there, but after those two, I want to go out and find a village. I at least want to locate them so I can begin to lay down the tracks for shipping villagers over to this area. So, on that note, folks, I'll see you next time.